Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 25 of Mistconceptions. I'm your host, David White. Hello, everyone. I hope that you are having a great week. I am having a good week. In fact, all of my students have said, Mr. White, you've been in a really good mood this week. So I guess I'm usually not in a good mood. But, whatever. It's middle school. First of all, before we get to our episode today, I just want to say how happy and how thankful I am to be doing a podcast about a game made by a studio that is so supportive of what we do here. Amit, the rest of the crew at Son of Oak, like Iran, and the City of Mist Facebook page, they're just so supportive. They're always sharing their support, always sharing our posts. I mean, Amit reached out to us and wanted to help us get some more listeners and things. And it's just so encouraging. It's such a great feeling to be doing this podcast, to be getting recognized. And also, shout out to you, the listeners. I thank you so much for listening to the show. It just gives me this great rush to know that you are listening to the podcast, that you're enjoying it. I love it when you comment on our episodes on YouTube and chat at us at Twitter and chat at us on Facebook. It's just great. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to the thing that we create. We're so happy that you listen to Misconceptions. So just thank you. And along that same vein, I want to say hi to all our new listeners. We have a lot of new subscribers on SoundCloud. We've almost doubled our listenership on SoundCloud in just like the past month or so. So that's super exciting. So hi to all our new SoundCloud subscribers. Love you. Hugs and kisses. And I have a question for you as the listeners. If you remember way back in the past, like 10, 15 episodes ago, we did things called side quests. These were not related to the main story of Misconceptions at all. They featured different players, different systems, different characters, different types of stories. And originally these side quests were made to kind of fill a void whenever we had to go, a month or maybe 2 months without recording. And so we didn't have any content for that Monday. And so I would invite some people over. We would play just a thrown together adventure, have some fun. And that was what the side quests originally were. They were just to fill in time between our Misconceptions recording sessions. Of course, now we've gone from once every week to every 2 weeks, and we're recording pretty regularly now. So I don't foresee us ever running out of episodes in the future. But I wanted to ask you, the listeners, would you be interested in seeing more side quest episodes? Even if they're not fulfilling their original purpose as filler episodes or whatever, did you like them? Did you have fun with them? Would you like us to revisit those in the future? Or would you like us to keep Misconceptions solely focused on City of Mist? Like I said, I would love to do kind of a more variety show with kind of short adventures and a rotating cast and different stories and things like that. I just don't have time for it right now. But if you go to Patreon and, you pledge to be a patron and we eventually get to that level where I could devote more time to this, I could do such a podcast. But for right now, Misconceptions is our focus and is our podcast. So I wanted to know, would you like to see side quest episodes come back on Misconceptions? I will release a poll on Facebook and on Twitter as soon as this episode releases. So I would like to hear your opinion. Go to that poll, click on it, vote on it, comment on it, let us know what your thoughts are. I would like to hear what your opinion is on this and, a future of the show. Speaking of Patreon, we don't have any new patrons to give shouts out to today, but I'm, of course, very thankful for all the patrons that we do have and your dedication to make the show better. So thank you so much for what you do. And in the iTunes shout-out, we don't have any new reviews to thank, but I have noticed that we've gotten a few ratings, just clicking on the stars without actually writing anything to go with it. iTunes doesn't show me who those people are, so I don't know any usernames or anything like that. But if you have left us a star review, or a star rating, not a review, because a review is a paragraph. Anyways, if you've gone and you've clicked on those stars to let us know that you like the show, thank you very much. I just can't see your names, but thank you for doing that. All right, that's enough out of me. Let's get to the episode. Is it going to be a good time? I hope it is. I mean, I know because we've recorded this episode already. All right, let's get to it.
Is it so bright? Why is there paper all over me? I have an urge to drive somebody somewhere. Oh yeah, we were planning something last night. Someone's trying to kill Pip something or another, and we need to look for someone. Oh, jeez, I need an aspirin. I need something. I'm gonna wake him up. So Bill walks into the kitchen, gets some ice, switches it to water, ding, takes a sip, and then walks over and
throws it on Red?
Yeah, I avoid the circuitry. I'm not trying to kill him.
Oh, it all comes down to this. Red and a glass of water.
And like to make myself feel better, I'm going to say, hey, like as I'm throwing it, so like as if I gave him a chance.
So Ren, you wake up with a gasp.
What? Why did you throw water on me? I was sleeping peacefully. Why? Why did you wake me up?
Sorry, mate. You looked a little thirsty.
Ha ha ha. You're so hilarious, Bill. Thank you for that one.
Yeah, can you please stop screaming?
Actually, no. I'll talk even louder for you.
Faye, you hear all this screaming coming from your living room, and you can only imagine Bill and Ren are now awake.
Faye comes out. Okay, seriously, guys. It's like 6 a.m. Is it really necessary to be screaming?
Do you see me? Bill threw water on me. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this not loud enough for you, Bill? How about now?
So Faye opens up the fridge. There's leftover breakfast from the day before. So she like frisbees Ren a pancake so that
you just have like pancakes just chilling in your
they were
fridge.
left over from yesterday.
But they're just like the pancakes are just sitting there
like in a
individually.
container.
Yeah, like I pulled them out of the bag.
Oh, okay.
And I frisbee them to Ren to like get him to start eating and shut up. And then I like I open up a cabinet, pull out Advil, bring 2 over to Bill, and then just like go back and start getting ready.
I like rip a piece of the hot cake off of.
It's a pancake.
Right now,
I'm not saying it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, right now it is cold.
And then I just start eating a little bit of it, and I take the Advil, and I start looking for sunglasses. Please tell me you have some super girly sunglasses somewhere.
Oh, for sure. Like I have like a place for my keys and stuff when I come in.
Can you describe them to me?
They are like the big like bug eye ones that are huge, and then they have like gems on the edges of them that are like they alternate between clear and hot pink.
All right. So Bill goes and picks up the glasses and like just stares at himself in them for like a good second and a half and just goes and flips them around and puts them on. It's like, oh, that's so much better. And then just like sits, like just is leaning against the counter, just not moving, just chilling. Like he looks like he's just holding himself up.
Esther comes out of the bathroom where she was again taking a shower because she had gotten back from her run, that she had gone extra early today.
To avoid Bill and Ren.
No, she just couldn't sleep.
Okay.
So do we want to say that we like do our jobs and stuff and then day before or day of thing?
Do we want to? I thought we were looking for.
Oh, for Mr. Smalls. That's right. That's right.
You have a whole week. Well, actually, like I guess 6 days now before the gala event.
That's right. So Faye comes out all like ready for work. I have to go to work, unfortunately, because apparently my job is on the line since I haven't, been going. But do we want to go meet Mr. Smalls this afternoon?
Well, we have no idea where Mr. Smalls is.
Oh.
He demolished the apartment complex.
What?
The apartment complex, he demolished it. Do you remember that? I mean, it was, of course, a while ago, but he was, I guess, just trying to sell the land.
We saw it. They didn't. We saw that. They didn't.
I just assumed everything we saw you see. So.
Naturally.
That's not actually how this works.
Yeah, we didn't Snapchat that one.
Dang.
You better not Snapchat anything.
Yeah, Bill.
Just kidding.
Bill just like deletes his Snapchat.
You find out that Bill's an Instagram model.
Bill starts deleting all his Snapchat
She's just
posts
been like
about
live tweeting like all of your adventures.
Well, okay.
Okay, so should we meet up at your office then to try to track him down with your technology and things?
That was super smart words.
Yeah.
But yes.
And try. Great.
So I totally remember everything that happened last night. But if you could just jog my memory, I know I need to drive and that we're looking for Mr. Smalls, but what else do we have to do to like get ready for Monday?
Faye's like, y'all talk about it, figure it out. Esther has keys.
Cool.
Bye. And leaves.
Good conversation.
All right.
Well, I'm going to go to my work.
You have to answer his question.
And we'll talk about it later, Bill.
I'm just like leaning against the
when
counter.
you're more awake.
Bill has
So-
put on his cowboy hat. He has the girly glasses. He's just leaning against the counter.
So Ren walks out, and Esther says, "Okay, come sit down."
Yeah, I'm gonna need a sec. And then I just kind of walk over slowly and groggily and then just sit down.
So what do you need to know? I know you're not big into plans, so I'm assuming you don't necessarily want the whole rundown.
Just what are we doing? I may have closed my eyes for a little bit last night.
Okay. We're going to be on the wait staff at the black tie event, the Mayoral Debate. I think that you were going to be the driver. It's pretty much as far as we got.
Okay. So are we going to get like hired on by the wait staff? Or are we just going to impersonate? Do we talk about any of that? I guess we can figure that out this week.
Yep.
Cool.
Do you want me to give you a ride to work this morning?
That might be a good idea.
They go down to Bill's car, and Esther takes Bill to work and then goes to the bar.
I put my cowboy hat over my face as I'm driving.
And you like put the seat way back.
Yep.
Okay. I guess let's have a short photo montage as you can spend the day getting ready for your investigation into Mr. Smalls and where he's at. How do you spend your day? You can spend it getting ready for the thing, like getting resources ready, or you can spend it at your job, or whatever you want to do.
Esther wants to spend it like trying to get her bar.
Working on your bar?
Yeah.
Okay. What tags do you have in your bar theme?
Bartender, voice of reason, Morty's bar. And I had in the red, but I crossed that out and put destroyed.
Yeah. Well, keep it in the red, but
It's more of a humorous thing than anything else.
But I'll say that your Morty's bar tag is burned.
Okay.
And
Because even if I rebuild it, it won't be his anymore. Like,
well, no.
But
once you rebuild it, you will recover that burn tag. So you'll have to spend like a good amount of time to repair it, but you're working on it. So you're working towards getting that burn tag back. We should have burned it like in that episode or whatever, but it's just now occurring to me. So we'll burn it now, and you can work to start getting it back.
I pull up in the back and park the car, get out, unlock from the back, come inside. Is James already there? Or does he get there after me?
James gets there after you. He seems very upbeat.
So I get there, and I'm sitting at a stool in the kitchen, and I have a notepad out, and I'm like making a list of like, this is what we have to get done. Like, making my like list of everything that needs to be done in order to like get this place back up to being functional. And then
James walks in. He's very upbeat, has headphones in his ears. He takes off his jacket and grabs the toolbox and says, "All right, boss, what are we working on today?"
I think we need to focus on, I know we put the plastic up and like we've been cleaning things up, but like let's get some plywood up to really weatherproof the area.
Do we have any?
But before we start, how are you?
Yeah, I was trying to tell you about this yesterday. I'm sorry I didn't come into work. He looks very sheepish. I guess I just fell off the wagon. Just day in and day out, I was drinking. You should see my trash cans just full of bottles. And he starts to rub his temple. And I've been drinking for days, and I felt like I was in a funk. Like something was wrong, but then I couldn't remember why I was drinking. Does that sound crazy?
No, I mean, we've both been through something similar, and I can understand where you're coming from.
Do you mean losing the bar? I didn't know about that until yesterday.
Esther pauses for a long time, looking down.
Are you okay, boss?
I'm fine. I just want you to know that I'm here. Let's get to work.
Okay. He gets to work.
Okay.
All right.
Do I get attention or no?
No, we'll say that this is going towards your unburning that tag.
Which I thought I needed attention for. That's why I'm like...
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
You would gain attention to get a new tag, but you're just trying to unburn that tag.
Okay.
Like Faye had to go meditate for a little bit to get hers back. You had to meditate to get your ring back. But this one will be a little bit more hefty because you're actually having to like rebuild a part of it.
Yeah.
Who's next?
I'll go. So with the talk from the principal yesterday, Faye like gets to work on time and is like ready to go, but then just like can't stop thinking about all the things that have been happening. So she like puts up writing assignments for the kids to work on, and when they're done with that, she like puts on videos and like just doing lots of things to keep the kids distracted for the day. And she spends the day looking, trying to like look up what she can find on like Face Novel, and things, looking for Muhammad because she's really ticked off that he just disappeared.
Okay, so you spend the day trying to find out more about Muhammad. So I would assume you're working the case, which is something you can do during photo montage. You tell everyone at the table how you do it and gain 3 clues with a method and source based on your description. So I guess you're working the case on Muhammad, trying to figure out more about him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
just trying to track him down since he like disappeared and left us with the kid.
Okay, so here's the thing. Faye doesn't know he's connected to her mythos.
Right.
But there is one about exploring your mythos. You tell everyone at the table which mystery you explore and how you do it. You gain one clue with a method and a source based on your description. You mark attention on that mystery's theme. Or on that mythos' theme. So which one sounds more like what you want to do?
What I want to do and what I think are like realistic are two very different things.
Okay.
I mean, I would love to find out more about the mythos thing, but I think since Faye doesn't know, it doesn't make a lot of sense for that to connect for her yet.
Okay.
And she's just like annoyed that she got left and doesn't really know, but she knows that this guy turned into a bear, and so she doesn't know enough about him to know whether she should be concerned or not. So she's just like going down that to figure out who he is.
Okay, so you devote your time today during your conference, maybe during class, while they are working on individual projects, going back and forth between your computer and just Googling what you can find out about Muhammad. Mm-hmm. You get 3 clues, 3 questions that you can ask about Muhammad.
Gosh, it's so hard. Do I find any like contact information or anything for him?
Man, what would you find? Like, I guess you might find his Spacebook.
Okay. Can I figure out where he works? Because he didn't tell us that, right?
No. He just said, I think he told you he was a lawyer.
Right.
But yeah, you find his Facebook and you scroll down to his employment information. It says he works at Lockley and Catan. Lockley and Catan. Kattan.
Okay. And then I'm going to go through like all of the blogs that Ren was talking about last episode of like the mist and stuff. Do I see him anywhere on like people giving warnings about mist stuff?
Okay. You do some research on the we'll call it like mist or Mythbusters. I don't know, because nobody really knows like it's the mist or whatever.
Right.
But you look up one of those like dark site things, conspiracy theory boards, all this stuff. There's a lot of information in there, and like you search bear or bear man or something like that, and you get a few hits, just different. Like the most notable one is the one from the concert. Like, is this the same bear man from this night? And you like click on this night, it takes you to another link. It's like an armed robbery. Like from what people can tell, like some bear man like flipped the car over, and like the people were arrested. And so you do some investigation stuff, and you see that this bear man or a group of bear men, you can't really tell, they have been spotted throughout the city on multiple occasions.
Cool. Okay. I'm done.
Who next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I think it's best that Ren just focuses on the business, because he recognizes that he's been away from the business for a while, and so you just see him. I don't want to say frantically, but like very quickly, just typing away. And there's just like different contracts that are on there that he's like trying to finish before their due date for different employments. And you don't hear the conversation, but you hear like Ren calling Pablo and
Deja
into his office, and you just like hear, I guess, like murmuring and just talking and stuff, and he's just like telling them about the daily tasks that we need to do, these assignments that we need to complete by like next Monday or something, and he kind of like sends them off, and so he's like working away, and you see him like look off to where his secret lab is, as if like longingly wanting to do that, but realizing that he has to focus on the business
Okay.
in order to make that a possibility.
Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead and gain attention in your Ren and Pascal, or Pascal and Associates. Ren and Pascal are your first and last names. So you go, attention in Pascal and Associates. So you have 2 attention?
Yep.
Okay. And Bill?
I'm gonna go to work and start asking other like car dealers and employees in the break room if they tell them that I need to make more money than I'm making here. So I'd like to find a place that drives higher end clientele because I don't feel like being a cab driver, and see if they know anybody. So I guess I'm using it to investigate, and that would be my first question, is to ask the people I work with if they know of any opportunities like that.
So you're looking for better jobs? Or are you trying to figure out a way to drive Pip Hamill? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you ask him are there any driver jobs or anything that you could pick up? So for your 3 clues, you first they're well, we use the Styx ferry service, but it's that's connected to the Golden Flamingo. But there are some different escort businesses, some different driver businesses. You could just go to the taxi cab business, fill out your information there. But for the most part, people seem to be staying away from you today, and you kind of have to actually come and approach them and kind of almost corner them to get your information. And they're looking around, making sure that Jeremiah isn't watching. So they're very sheepish around you. But yeah, you figure out there are a few different cab businesses, driver businesses, not quite personal bodyguard kind of stuff, but personal driver jobs.
How many I'm not looking for
and you said
cab.
for high end clients.
Right.
Yeah, there's a limo service.
What's it called?
But they mentioned one for higher end clients, Mercury limousines.
Okay, so is that one of the 3 things I could do? Is get that?
Yeah, that was one clue.
Okay, the second thing I want to do is look up Pip's office number, because I should just be able to get. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I want to use that thing to look it up, but I'm saying I'm looking it up and I'm going to call him.
Okay, so you're using your second clue to call him?
Right, not to call him, but to call his office or whatever.
Okay, you call his office. This is the DA's office.
Hello. Hi there. I'm George. Who am I speaking with?
This is Emma.
Hi, Emma. This is George over at Mercury Limousine. We're pretty swamped this next week, so we're double checking with all our clients and appointments. I'm just making sure we're still picking up a Pip Hamill at 5 p.m. on Monday.
Well, on my schedule it says 6.
6?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, somebody will be there. We'll have him picked up at 6 o'clock. And this was Emma. Can you to make sure that I can make this change? Can you please tell me your first and last name?
Emma Colton.
Emma Colton. All right. So I have an address, but it's an address to your office. Is that where we're picking him up?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
It's not residential.
No. He'll be picked up at the office. Yes.
Okay. Excellent. And what return time do you have? Because our driver does need to bring him back. I've got 10 p.m. here.
I think that is the standard time for these gala events. It's what I have here, so I assume that is the drop-off time.
Okay, it can be later, but we would just have to charge a little more. So just as long as y'all are okay with that, if you can inform whoever needs to be.
About how much would that charge be?
We're actually going to have to talk about that. Let me get back to you, okay?
Okay, I will let Mr.
Since I had to
Hamill
change
know.
the hours.
Yes, I'll let Mr. Hamill know.
All right. You have a great day.
Okay, that was your second clue. You got one more.
All right, so now I'm going to call Mercury Limousines.
Mm-hmm.
And what was Emma's last name?
Colton.
So my third call is going to be to Mercury Limousines.
Mm-hmm. Hi, welcome to Mercury Limousines, where we can drive you to wherever you want.
Excuse me, you're going to have to excuse me. I have a little bit of a head cold. Hi, this is Emma Colton. I'm calling with candidate Pip Hamill's office.
Oh, yes. Let me check our registry. Yes, we have you, or Mr. Hamill down for a time at 6 p.m.?
Yes, 6 p.m. Monday and a 10 p.m. pickup. We're going to have to reschedule that to Tuesday night.
Oh, all right. Let me put that into the system. I'll move it over. All right.
And can you tell me what the charge for that's going to be?
That'll be $200.
$200. And if he needs to go a little later, what's the additional charge?
We charge $50 every extra hour.
All right. Well, thank you very much. You've been a pleasure to work with.
All right. You have a wonderful day, Miss Colton.
You do the same. Goodbye now.
Click.
All right.
Okay.
Sabata.
That was great.
Okay. So you spend your day doing that, dealing cards. You are called to Jeremiah's office. The encounter is very brief unless you want to make it longer. But you walk in and Jesse's like standing in the corner eyeing you as you walk in. Jeremiah takes a manila folder, throws it on the table, says, "I expect it in the morning."
I'm going to take a selfie. And then I'm going to look at Jesse and be like, I could send you this picture if you want to stay longer.
She flips you off.
I send it to her, and then I walk out.
As you're walking out, you hear her phone goes, whoop. All right.
And I get back to dealing.
Esther.
What was my exchange with Jeremiah? He handed me a folder.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the dossier for tonight's target.
Gotcha. As I'm walking out, I'm gonna throw it in the trash. No, I won't do that.
Okay.
I want to.
Take one last crack. No, not yet. So the end of shift rolls around. Do you show up at Mr. Small's business? Or where do y'all go?
We could. We had talked about going to Ren's to like track him down, but going to the business makes a lot more sense.
Does anybody drive by there on our way back to Ren's?
Someone could make a detour to go by there.
Like, I'm wondering if there's anybody, because we're driving from different parts of the city.
Mm-hmm.
So
Does anybody pass by it?
So Esther is driving to pick up Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Is it on the way to Bill's from Esther's? Or
I will say that you can make a detour to go by
okay,
it.
so Esther is on her way to Bill's, but on the way, like, she drives by
Okay.
and
Drive by Mr. Small's realty.
and just like see if like anybody's there or anything suspicious. I mean, she's not gonna like stop and go in, but like she's
You drive by. The storefront looks dark. There's no cars parked in front of it. Doesn't look like anybody's there right now. They might be closed for the day. So you keep driving on. You drive to the Golden Flamingo on the outside of town, or like on the outskirts. Bill walks out, still wearing his his glasses from Faye. Gets in the car. Y'all drive off.
could you wear something a little less girly? And she like
Gives her her glasses.
Well, it's not my car, but like it also has like one of the sunglass things. So like I pop it open and there's nothing there, and I'm like, never mind.
And then, like, a song comes on the radio, and I turn it up. And I said,
Oh.
hey, yeah,
I thought it was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be welcome to the hotel.
Oh, my God.
Okay. So where y'all meeting at?
I'm just, and like,
Nice.
to respond to that question, I'd be like, as soon as the sun goes down.
The sun's been down for hours.
I just,
So
After hours.
you arrive at Ren's. Actually, as you are walking in, Deja is walking out. Wow. Or actually, as
Here's a little mustache.
no, as you're walking in, she's like putting on her jacket, and like the door to the office is open, and you all see her like hesitate to say bye. Like Ren is like typing away, and he's like not looking up. And she goes, and then she just puts her hand down silently and just walks out the door.
And all three of us are just standing there.
Yeah, she
looking
turns
at-
around, and all you are there, and she says, "Oh, hi," and she just walks past you, puts in her earbuds very quickly, and just darts out the door.
So is that why E and Linda had a tiff?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, we're walking. Oh wait, were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say I don't care.
Jeez.
All right, you walk into Ren's office.
Boy,
Oi!
Yes, can I help you?
I mean, we planned this.
That was so loud, too.
What the oi?
Yeah,
Just clipped it.
It's an Australian thing. I don't know what you
clipped my brain.
Sorry, listeners.
Okay, so secret lab time.
Yes, let's just say it so loudly so everyone can hear you.
I mean, I shut the door on my way in.
So, you're doing an investigate on Mr. Smalls?
Yep.
Okay.
Group investigate, or just me investigate?
Just you investigating because, I mean, anytime you do anything with a computer, that's probably going to be just you.
Yeah, I figured so.
It's 2018, David.
Sorry.
Where are you
Right.
adding?
High tech laptop and data mining.
Okay.
Oh,
Welcome.
What'd you
to
roll?
my
Don't you
life.
roll it? Okay. You pull it up. You find, Mr. Small's business, his address. I mean, you don't.
Just basic information.
Yeah,
that
just
we already
basic
know.
information, yeah.
Okay. I can't find anything online. Mr. Smalls, I mean, last time we visited him, he was using a really old computer, and so I'm sure that he probably doesn't keep anything online. I can't find anything. So I guess we just have to go to his business, break in like we did last time, and see if we can find any information.
okay. Do we have the SUV back?
Nope.
No,
it's
but we got
sitting in
Bill's car.
It's still sitting in Bill's garage with bullet holes all in it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it.
Great.
We could take my Lincoln. Is it Lincoln, right?
You've changed it 3 times.
Is it, what
Last
was
time
it?
you said it was an Oldsmobile. The time before that, it was something else.
All right, it's an Oldsmobile.
It's this car that we drive.
It's just really boxy and really old looking. Oh, I think I said it was a Grand Marquis the first time.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was black, though. I remember that much. Okay. So, you now over to Mr. Small's office. Lights are all off, just like Esther described it earlier. That's what you see.
We enter.
We sneak.
Okay. Do you park?
So who's gonna break in?
Where do you park the vehicle?
Okay, so it's dark at this point, yes?
So you're driving Bill's car?
Yeah,
I can drive tomorrow.
maybe. I'm going to park a couple of streets away. And then we're going to walk to the back side of the building.
Okay, so you walk around to the back, the very same back of the building that y'all broke into whenever you first arrived at Mr. Small's business. You cracked open the window, climbed into this room with all these files and things. So, that very same window.
All right.
Actually, it is still open.
This
Does the
feels
room-
like a trap?
So, does the room look like exactly like we remember it? Like left it? Like it's exactly like we left it?
Yeah, you peek your heads in through the open window. It is a shotgun kind of storage room with not shotguns, but it's a shotgun
Yeah, I
style, very alleyway, skinny but whatever. And it has these rows of boxes on either side. There's a door up on the left side leading into the office or the main space of the building. and as you're like looking in, you see the two divots in the wall where Bill took two spikes and like nailed one of the dudes to the wall, and you can still see like some of the dried blood on the wall.
Were there any files that we pulled out or anything?
I believe y'all were looking for James's mom's file.
I'm just curious if like all the files are still spread out on the floor like they were before, like nothing's changed, or like, I mean, because that stuff's gonna be there, but I'm wondering if like everything's exactly the
Anything was
same.
put together. No, it looks basically the same. Like you were looking through boxes. I don't think you grabbed any box because before you could grab it, the two guys stepped into the room. Mm-hmm. But everything looks the exact same as when you arrived the first time.
Before we go in, I at least want to scan the place to see. This feels like a trap. It just does.
Okay. I don't think there's anyone here.
Yeah.
Well,
I doubt
go ahead,
it,
please.
but
Okay. I won't make you roll for it. You go ahead and you tap your scanner goggles. You look through. What are you looking for exactly?
just to see if there's anyone here, any
Okay.
like heat signatures.
No heat signatures.
Okay. Looks like it's clear, guys.
I'm going to have my hand on my gun at my hip, and I'm going to go through the window first.
Okay. You step into the window. You're in the file room.
I assume everybody's going to follow in after me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go in.
I'm just going to kind of case the place, I guess, just like looking for
Okay.
anything. And
In this room?
yeah, well, yeah, I guess any signs that like anything is different from when we were here before.
Okay. Nothing seems different.
I hate the way you're phrasing that.
I'm gonna head to his office and look around.
Okay.
I'm taking a look at the files to see if like there's anything like with recent dates or anything kind of like that.
So each one of these boxes has a tenant's name on it, or like not a tenant's name because we wouldn't care about that, but an address of one of his properties.
So I'm going to look for the files on the property where
123 Blanco Street. Okay. Yeah, you grab its top shelf, you bring it down, you start flipping through it. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Faye, you went into the office.
Yeah, I want to do an investigate.
Okay.
See if I notice anything. I have a snooping around tag.
What are you two doing, boys?
I'm gonna say he also goes to Ren also goes to the office and starts logging into trying to get into the computer.
Okay.
Bill is looking up on his cell phone which governmental office approves of demolitions, like their hours of operation and their phone number and stuff.
Okay. All right. So Faye, what'd you roll for your investigate? And you added your snooping around tag?
Yes,
Okay.
I got a 9.
Okay, a 9. So you get 1 clue.
So I ask you one question, basically. I don't really know how to phrase it any better than like, where does he go?
What do you mean? Where does he
Like
go?
where, like a lead as to where he is.
Mr. Smalls.
Yes.
Like maybe like if there's like a note in his schedule or like maybe
or a
you find
recent
his planner
receipt
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dig through the trash, and there are some like receipts for like a burger joint like around the block.
Okay.
That seems he likes to go there a lot.
Okay.
Rin, you're logging on to his computer.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll and investigate to see what you can find out from the computer.
Okay. I'm gonna say that Ren is. I'm really tied between plugging in my laptop to this computer or planting a virus.
Okay. Well,
But I'll just roll and investigate.
Okay. Because I was going to say one would be an investigate and one would be not that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So high-tech laptop, I guess.
Okay.
9.
9. Okay. You get one clue. You jack in your laptop. You start searching through some of his files and stuff, filtering it through your own laptop. What are you looking for? Or what is your question for your clue?
Where is Mr. Smalls?
You are filtering through these different files, and you see that there is a security camera app. And if you click on it, it kind of shows you like times it was activated because it's activated by motion. Mm-hmm. And you see it was activated the night you're there. And so you like click on it and you see the frantic scene playing out with the muscle getting up from their desks near the door and like running into the file room. And then Mr. Small's like quickly gathering his stuff together and bolting out the door. And then y'all running through the space after him. And then it's just blank. For a couple of days, but then you see there was something else logged a few nights ago. And so you click on that. You see a person come through the file room, and they have a gray hoodie up over their head. And so they walk in, they peek their head through, they look around back and forth, and then they slowly make their way, or quickly make their way over to the desk, and they just start touching a bunch of stuff. And Mr. Small's jacket is like hanging across the chair, and it's still there. And you see this person grabs it and holds on to it for a little bit. And then there's like the flash of car lights that kind of sweeps over the whatever. And whoever this person is like startles really quick, lets go of the jacket, and like runs back to the file room. And you catch like, he like, I guess you wouldn't notice this, like he knocks over the chair. And so that chair is still like laying down. It's a rolling chair, and like his jacket is like on the ground. But whoever this person was in the hoodie like bolts and runs through the back through the file room he came through.
Okay.
Or they came through.
Hey guys, come here. I think I found something.
We all come. I come. I'm in the room.
Yeah, that's true.
I go in there.
Okay. While you were looking, you see receipts, proof of payments and things like that, bills. You also see the work orders that went into whenever Mr. Small sent the people into 123 Blanco to kind of like actually go and to quote unquote go in for repairs, but then mess everything up. And so you see those work orders and things like that. But it just, there are no more entries into this file after the date that y'all interacted with Mr. Smalls and James's mom last. And then Bryn calls you into the other room. So you walk in there. He plays the clip again. This person walks in, grabs the thing. You see a flash of lights. He gets startled, knocks over the chair, drops the jacket, and runs through the door.
I'm going to go pick up the jacket.
Okay. You pick up the jacket, and as you're like adjusting the chair, you notice there is a key on the ground.
I pick up the key. I was like, well, I don't know. I was wanting to check the pockets of the jacket, but then the key was on the ground, so it's
Okay.
fine. So I pick up the key. Is it, like, can I tell, like, it's a key for, like, a lockbox or a key for a door? You know what I mean?
It is a like a residential key, like a door key. And hanging from it is like a little a tag that says number 301, and it's like handwritten in number 301.
And the key's not engraved with anything.
No.
Where do we think this goes to?
I don't know, but that definitely is the biggest lead we found so far. And I think it's interesting that person has been touching everything as if they're leaving fingerprints.
Or maybe they're like us and they have something to do with the mist, and maybe that's how they can find Mr. Smalls.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
So in the video, he was touching stuff. Like, did it look like he was just like messing stuff up, or like he was looking for something, or like he was like feeling something. I'm thinking
it's hard
like
to tell.
Cisco. Like, was he vibing on stuff or something?
Okay. It's kind of hard to tell from this is pretty shoddy camera quality or whatever. But I mean, he could have been trying to vibe on stuff, as it were. But, I mean, he's just putting his hands on everything, like the screen, the desk calendar, the pins, the jacket, and then he grabs the jacket.
So I have the jacket in my hand still with the key. I'm going to put the key in my pocket. And
actually, I said there's nothing written on the key, but on that tag, it says Agatha's halfway house.
With the room number.
Okay.
On one side it says Agatha's halfway house, and on the other side it says number 301.
Okay. So I put that in my pocket, and I've got the jacket, and I'm checking the pockets of the jacket.
Okay. There's like a few dollar bills in there. There's a wadded up receipt for that burger place that Faye found out or in the trash. Bill, you said you were looking up like who in the city is in charge of demolitions. I mean, there's just like the I don't even know what you would call it, the Department of Demolitions or Construction.
It's like, apparently it's like...
the City Improvement
yeah.
Committee, I guess what it would be called.
Yeah. They would be closed right now.
Oh, yeah, they're closed.
Okay. All right, so I think we should check this lead out for sure. Agatha's halfway house. I also think if we want to find out who demolished the building, like who approved it, we could call, somebody could call pretending to be an EPA inspector, and we could say that we didn't approve it for demolition, and if we could get any information using that could be useful.
Yeah, absolutely. I also found this burger receipt quite a few times, so we could hang out at the burger joint, see if he comes in.
What do we have? Do we have a name for the place?
Sounds like we should split the party.
Nope.
It's called Belly Burger.
Belly.
Belly burger, belly bun.
Belly bun.
We went to a restaurant called Belly Bun the other night.
It was delicious.
I did not get any food. Okay, hey Ren, can you make sure that you clear off our presence on the security camera tonight?
You don't want to keep that for safekeeping? I mean, I thought it would be great to post just on the
Ren,
internet.
just do it.
You could say please.
Esther like hangs
Yeah, of
like
course.
picks up the chair and like hangs the jacket on the back of the chair and pushes it in. And she let it be known that she left the money in the pocket.
Okay.
Bill walks over.
I figured one of y'all would if you saw the money.
Takes the money.
Take the money and like.
Should we knock the chair back over and leave it how it was? Or put it back up?
That's a great question.
Esther just.
I would say that since you've been hanging out around the desk for long enough, you've noticed that there's a desk phone, like a landline, and you see that there's a very dim light that's blinking. This is an old phone, so it's not a very bright light, so that's why it took you a long time. But it's blinking like it has a message.
Voicemail.
Bloop.
Hey boss, this is Timmy. I mean, we kind of lost track of you after those people showed up. But I mean, we came back by and you were there. So we were just wondering when we were gonna come back into work. Yeah, just give us a call back.
Beep. Timmy's not a very scary name.
That's what you got out of that.
What if Timmy's the one that was in the video?
I think the one that was in the video,
Isn't familiar with the place?
yeah, I think he's at the halfway house. That could be his key.
Yeah, maybe part of the mafia.
Or maybe investigating like we are.
Yeah.
No, we're the only good people here.
It could be a halfway house for people with powers.
Ooh.
Xavier's halfway house for gifted.
And the date of this voicemail was
The day after you took Mr. Smalls.
Is there a callback function or a way to see the number history or anything?
Yeah, whenever you play it, it like pops up the whatever.
Is it a local number?
Yes.
All right, we're going to write down the number. I'm just
Yep.
going to put number next to Timmy's name.
Okay. So you got Timmy's number.
All right, do we want to go ahead and go to the halfway house?
Yeah, I mean,
might
I think
as
that's all
well.
we can do tonight. Or at least case it. Like, we don't have to go in or anything.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think we should go in, but we should definitely get a feel for the place.
If we can see room 301 from, like, outside, that'd be cool.
1301, you mean?
301.
301.
301.
Dang it.
I mean, Ren looks like he could use a halfway house, so we could see if...
Let's just
I don't know, judging from the stupor that you were in earlier.
just drive there.
Kick
and
Bill
see-
out of the car and then drop him off.
So we drive to Agatha's halfway house.
And that is where we'll end this episode.
Boo.
You have to say end of episode.
End of episode. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Misconceptions. We'll be back with our next episode on May 7th. And don't forget to head over to our Facebook and Twitter. If you haven't already, you can like us and follow us there. But also, take part in the poll that's going on right now to let us know if you would like to see side quest episodes come back in the future. And, while you're there, you can just chat with us and hang out, because that's what social media is all about, hanging out. Right? City of Mist is an RPG created by the wonderful Son of Oak Studios. You can find more of their products at sonofoak.com, and whenever you check out, don't forget to use the discount code MistConceptionsFan, all one word, all lowercase, to get $5 off the wonderful core rulebook. The music you heard at the beginning of this episode, and we'll hear here in a little bit, was composed by Aaron Wharton. You can find more of his music at aaronwharton.net. And that is all for this week's episode of Misconceptions. All of you have a great week, or I guess a great 2 weeks, whatever. Have a great life, and we'll see you next time. Keep it nerdy, y'all.